Welcome! The topic is gene therapy and its future scope. What if I told you that inside your body lies the code to cure diseases that have plagued humanity for generations? Imagine defeating cancer, fixing defective genes, and rewriting your destiny, all at the microscopic level. Sounds like science fiction, right? But it's not. It's the incredible world of gene therapy, and it's happening now. Consider case of Meet Mia, a 6-year-old who was born with spinal muscular atrophy, a genetic disorder that left her unable to move freely. Her parents were told there was no cure, until gene therapy entered the scene. Today, Mia is running, laughing, and living a life once thought impossible. The picture comes, what is exactly gene therapy? Gene therapy is a revolutionary technique that involves modifying a person's genes to treat or prevent diseases. This could mean adding a functional gene to replace a defective one, silencing harmful genes, or editing them altogether using advanced tools like CRISPR-Cas9. How does it work? Gene therapy often uses viral vectors, modified viruses that can deliver new genetic material into our cells. For example, in ex vivo gene therapy, cells are removed, edited in a lab, and then returned to the body. In vivo gene therapy delivers the genetic material directly into the patient. Like ex vivo, cells are removed, genetically modified in a lab, and reintroduced into the body. Example, treating sickle cell anemia by editing blood cells. In vivo, genetic material is delivered directly to the patient using vectors like modified viruses or nanoparticles. Key techniques: viral vectors, e.g., AAVs. Gene editing using CRISPR-Cas9. The problem: defective genes and cancer. Every year, millions of lives are lost to genetic diseases and cancer. Imagine being born with a faulty gene, knowing it's a ticking time bomb in your body, or watching a loved one struggle as cancer grows relentlessly. These aren't isolated cases. They're battles being fought in families around the world. Like genetic disorders. Genetic disorders like cystic fibrosis, hemophilia, and Huntington's disease occur due to tiny errors in the DNA code. These errors might seem small, but have life-altering consequences. Cancer's complexity. Cancer is a genetic war zone where normal cells mutate into destructive forces, ignoring the body's commands. It's like having a rogue employee who takes over the entire company. And if you're thinking, well, I don't have cancer or defective genes, I'm good, think again. We all carry an average of 50 to 100 genetic mutations. Don't worry, most of them are harmless. Or are they? Stay tuned to find out. Then, what is the solution? Here's the exciting part. Gene therapy isn't just treating symptoms, it's going straight to the root cause. It's like finding a bug in your phone's software and patching it permanently. Gene therapy is rewriting the rules of medicine. Step-by-step process. 1. Identify the problem. Find the defective or missing gene. 2. Design the solution. Use healthy DNA or RNA to fix the issue. 3. Delivery method. Use viral vectors or nanoparticles to carry the fix to the cells. A very relatable example with technology could be, think of it as sending a software update to your body's operating system. The goal? Eliminate the bug forever. But here's where things get wild. Scientists are using this to not just treat diseases, but to turn your own immune system into a weapon against cancer. Want to know how? Keep watching. Gene therapy in cancer treatment. Cancer isn't just one disease, it's an army of thousands of mutations. But gene therapy is turning the tide. Meet CAR-T therapy, where your own immune cells are genetically reprogrammed to hunt and destroy cancer cells like trained assassins. Some examples are AA, CAR T success stories. For patients with leukemia or lymphoma, CAR T therapy has achieved remission rates as high as 80%. B. Mechanism of action. T cells are extracted, genetically modified to recognize cancer, and reintroduced into the body. Once back, these super soldiers go to war against tumors. So the question is, what's cooler? A Marvel superhero or your body's immune cells after gene therapy? Let me know in the comments. Now, while cancer treatment is stealing the spotlight, gene therapy's potential in curing defective genes is just as groundbreaking. Let's dive in. Fixing defective genes. For families living with genetic disorders, gene therapy isn't just science. It's a miracle. Imagine curing a child with spinal muscular atrophy who could barely breathe, or giving a hemophilia patient the ability to live without constant fear of bleeding. This is the power of fixing defective genes. Like Zolgensma. One of the most expensive drugs in the world, Zolgensma, is a single-dose gene therapy for SMA. It costs $2 million, but can you really put a price on saving a life? Luxturna. Luxturna is giving people with inherited blindness the gift of sight, something they never thought possible. But here's a burning question. How far can we push this technology? Could we one day eliminate genetic diseases altogether? Let's explore the future. The future scope of gene therapy. The future of gene therapy is limitless. Scientists are already dreaming big, preventing diseases before they even begin, and curing conditions we once thought untouchable. Personalized medicine. Imagine walking into a doctor's office, handing over your DNA profile, and walking out with a treatment plan designed specifically for you. Synthetic biology. Gene therapy could also help create designer cells to produce medicines inside your body, fight infections, or repair tissues. Challenges and ethical questions. With great power comes great responsibility. While gene therapy offers hope, it also raises tough questions. Challenges. Off-target effects could create unintended mutations. High costs mean it's not accessible to everyone. Yet. Ethical dilemmas. Where do we draw the line? Treating diseases is one thing, but should we edit genes to enhance intelligence or appearance? And let's be real. Do we really want a world where everyone is perfect? Who's going to invent dad jokes then? Jokes aside, the stakes are high. The choices we make today will shape the health of future generations. Let's wrap this up with what it all means for you. Why gene therapy matters. Gene therapy is more than just a medical advancement. It's a testament to humanity's potential. It's about giving hope to those who need it most and reshaping the future of healthcare. Let us now discuss on drawbacks of gene therapy. 1. Safety concerns. Off-target effects. Gene editing tools like CRISPR-Cas9 may inadvertently modify unintended parts of the genome, potentially causing harmful mutations or disrupting essential genes. Immune response. Introducing viral vectors or foreign genetic material can trigger severe immune reactions in some patients, leading to complications or treatment failure. Long-term effects. The long-term impact of altering genes, especially in germline editing, heritable changes, is largely unknown. There's a risk that changes could lead to unforeseen health problems in future generations. 2. Ethical dilemmas. Designer babies. Germline editing opens the door to creating designer babies with selected traits like intelligence, physical appearance, or athletic ability. This raises ethical concerns about eugenics and societal inequality. Consent issues. Editing the germline affects future generations who cannot consent to the changes being made. Cultural and religious resistance. Many communities view genetic modification as unnatural or playing with God's design, leading to moral opposition. 3. High costs, expensive treatments. Gene therapies like Zolgensma for spinal muscular atrophy cost millions of dollars per dose, making them unaffordable for most families without insurance or financial aid. Limited accessibility. High costs restrict access to these therapies, especially in low- and middle-income countries, exacerbating global health inequalities. 4th, technical challenges. Delivery issues. Efficiently delivering genetic material to the right cells, tissues, or organs remains a significant hurdle. Current delivery methods, like viral vectors, have limitations in terms of precision and scalability. Complexity of multigene disorders. While monogenic, single-gene disorders are more straightforward to address, conditions influenced by multiple genes, e.g., diabetes, heart disease, are far more complex and less likely to be treated effectively with current gene therapy techniques. 5. Potential misuse. Bioweapons. The same technologies used for healing can be weaponized to create harmful genetic modifications, leading to ethical and security concerns. Genetic inequality. Gene therapy could lead to a genetic divide, where wealthy individuals can afford enhancements, leaving others at a disadvantage. 6th, regulatory and legal hurdles. Lack of global standards. Different countries have varying regulations on gene therapy, creating inconsistency in research, development, and application. Slow approval processes like regulatory bodies, etc.